Hello and welcome to the presentation today, 7 Steps to Radical Freedom. It is amazing and great to have you here, whether you're watching live or watching the replay. I commend you for taking this time out of your busy schedule and your busy day to commit to your personal growth, to your goals, to your dreams. So I am dedicated to bringing as much value as I possibly can to help you to bring your goals, your dreams to life. So I'm hoping that you are truly committed to doing what it takes to really create your life by design, because guess what 95, 96, 97% of the population doing? They're creating their life by default, which is why they don't have the lives that they want, because they are not deliberately co-creating their world, their reality, their dreams. So it is super important that you are focused on doing the work, doing the internal work, and taking the action that you need to take. And one of those is to show up for yourself, and that's what you're doing. So bravo and congratulations for doing that. And today I do hope that you have a pen and a piece of paper and that you are ready to do the work, because this is I'm going to be getting you to actually participate during this presentation, during what I'm going to be working through with you today, because I want you to get a breakthrough today. I want you to leave a different person than when you arrived, because that is the best possible way to spend your time in this capacity, is that you get to become a different person and evolve as you learn what I'm going to share with you today. So please get a pen, get a piece of paper. I'm going to ask you to respond in the chat to different things. It always helps me if I'm getting some feedback from you. So without further ado, I'm going to share my screen and we are going to get into the presentation today. So can everybody see my screen? If you could give me a yes in the chat, that would be great. Good, Rich, my massive breakthrough is happening now. Yes, I love it, I love it, I love it. So yeah, if you can see my screen, that's great. Yes. Can you see my screen changing? Please give me another yes if you can see my screen changing, because sometimes it gets stuck during the presentation. So I'm going to assume that you can see my mission on the screen right now. So I'm on a mission screen. Okay, great. You've seen my screen change. So my mission, I'm on a mission to empower 100,000 impact-driven entrepreneurs to build wealth, fulfilling their purpose. And that is this year. That is my mission for this year. Which means I'm currently in a state of massive action to put multiple initiatives in place to make this a reality. Now, why on earth would I want to do that? Well, because I honestly believe that together as a conscious collective, we have the ability to change the world. So by empowering impact-driven entrepreneurs, conscious entrepreneurs, spiritual entrepreneurs who have a passion for service, we as a collective get to make a massive difference on this planet. So we don't have to do it on our own, but together we can create incredible shifts and changes on this planet. The question is, would you like to be a part of this mission, this vision, and by actually making your own dent in the universe, by doing what you came here to do, by living your mission, your purpose, your passion, bringing your vision to life, making the difference that you are here to make? Is that something that you feel you would like to be a part of, and that would make your life meaningful? One of the biggest things that we have in this world that is destroying the fabric of our society is a lack of meaning. Most people, there's very little meaning in their life. They're just going through the Groundhog Day, sort of the motions. They're just going through the motions. They are barely surviving. And that to me is completely unacceptable. I do not believe we were put on this planet to eat, work, sleep, and die. I think there is far much more to life. And I am truly committed to helping as many people as possible to realize their vision, to live their purpose, to have such meaning in their life that their life is just lit up, that they are lit up. So I hope that as you're on this presentation, I hope that that's something you're on board with, because when together we commit to a vision for our lives, we can literally change the world in so many ways. So the 7 steps to radical freedom presentation. Today, I'm going to share with you, 1, the answer to all your money problems. Yes, believe it or not, I'm going to sum it up in one small sentence. Actually, 2 words. How to make wealth and success inevitable. So, as I said, 95, 96, 97% of the population are leading lives of mediocrity. They are simply going through the motions and barely surviving. So how do you turn that around? If you want to achieve anything amazing, and if you want to achieve what 1, 2, and 3% of the population are achieving, then you're going to have to do what 1, 2, and 3% of the population are doing. They are doing something unusual. To me, it should be normal. It should be normal that people are doing these things, but they're not. So if you want to make your wealth and success inevitable, then I'm going to show you how. The actual 7 steps to radical freedom. So you adopt these specific steps into your life, it's going to make a massive difference in your life. If nothing changes, nothing changes. The number 1 business model to build wealth fast. Why do I focus on business so much? Well, because when you want to create wealth and freedom, you want to get a predictable outcome, right? You don't want to be just relying on winning the lottery all the time. You know, I put entries into the lottery, but I don't leave my wealth creation strategy up to winning the lottery. I believe in putting steps and strategies and systems in place that make wealth predictable. And the only way to do that is to do things that you have a cause and an effect. So that when you're at cause and when you're doing things that predictably build wealth, then you get all the security, then you get all the freedom, you get to actually grow your wealth indefinitely. So for me, business is the number 1 model and strategy to be able to build wealth fast. You can also do investment strategies and all the rest of it, but you've got to have a strategy, right? So I'm going to show you the number 1 business model to build wealth fast. The opportunities right now are absolutely off the scale. It's incredible. 5 steps to financial freedom. So this is all about specifically focusing on the specific things that you need to do to create financial freedom. That's a game changer, actually. When I've shared this in trainings before, it's really made a big shift for people. How to heal your relationship with money. This is going to be a big day today, okay? How to heal your relationship with money, and the keys to unlocking the secrets of the universe. So none of this is rocket science, okay? But it does mean that you have to look at the habits and the actions that you are taking in your life, and whether they are serving you achieving your vision for your life, or whether they are undermining your ability to get from where you are to where you want to be. You need to have a critical analysis of what it is that you're doing, how you are participating in this amazing, amazing, incredible life that you have been gifted. You have been gifted this amazing life. I'm going to be so evangelical today. I'm so fired up. You have been gifted this amazing life. Are you wasting part of your life? You are capable of so much more than you give yourself credit for. And I want you to activate and unlock that power that lives within you, so you can realize your vision, your goals, your dreams, live a life of mission and purpose and passion and freedom, all the things. You get to live all the things. So it's going to be a long 2 hours, people. Oh, okay. I can give you the keys to the kingdom, but you have to open the door. It is up to you to put that key in the lock, to turn the lock, to open the door, and to walk through the door. Are you prepared to take radical responsibility for your results? Are you prepared to draw a line in the sand right now and say, this is the time where I'm saying no more. I refuse to accept mediocrity and lack and all this lack of results in my life. I am not accepting that anymore. This is the moment where I step over the threshold and I say enough. And I say, this is my life and I'm going to create it the way I want it. I refuse to allow my past to dictate my future. Are you prepared to do that? Type yes in the chat if you are. If you are ready to commit to yourself, to commit to your vision, to commit to your dream, and take radical responsibility and extreme ownership for everything in your life. Now, this is not a small commitment. When you take radical responsibility, it means you look critically at, yes, I'm ready. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yes, 100% on the 30-day challenge. You are, Trisha, you're on the 30-day challenge. Yes. And well done, Trisha, for being here. I believe it's very, very early in the morning for you. So good for you for being here. Yes, it is intense. I am intense. Imagine living with this all the time. No, I'm not like this all the time, I promise. But I'm pretty intense. But when you take radical responsibility, it means that everything that happens in your life, you are prepared to take responsibility for it. There's no blame and there's no shame here. But as a conscious co-creator in your life, you go, you know what? Even though this person was really crappy and I can't control who they are, what they do, how they treat me, whether they abuse me, what they did, how they sabotaged me, I can't control that. But I choose to take responsibility for the fact that on some level, I co-created that. That's a big call. But you know why it's important? Because when you do that, you take your power back. Because if you are calling it as in it's that person's fault and I didn't create that just happened, I didn't do that. No, you didn't do it, but you participated subconsciously in the co-creation of it. And when you take responsibility for it, you have the power to change the ultimate outcome. You can't change what happened. You can't change where you're at this moment, but you can change where you're at in the future. You can take something that seems like an absolute catastrophe and turn it into a seed for good. You can do that. Even the worst situations can potentially be turned into a seed for good. I even look at some of the stuff that's going on in the world right now that just tears me apart emotionally, to see some of the things that are being revealed and the darkness that has been going on our planet. But the good part of seeing this being revealed is that now, as it's exposed, we have the opportunity to change it. We can't change the fact that a lot of this stuff has happened, but we now have the opportunity, as it's exposed and it's brought to the light, we have the opportunity to eradicate it. So, Rich, ready for liftoff? Yes, love it, love it, love it. Okay. You are the hero you've been waiting for. You are the answer to all your problems. You have the power within you to achieve anything you put your mind to. You have everything within you to achieve your goals, your dreams, your vision. Now, are there other people and other resources that you can use to help you on your journey? Absolutely. But I want you from this point forward to put a lot more faith in you and stop giving your power away to other people and other things that you think you need. Oh no, something's missing in my life. Nothing is missing. You have everything within you to be, do, and have everything that you could possibly want. It's already inside you. The seeds of greatness are already there. You just have to nurture them so they grow and you get to express that greatness in the world. You have to own it first. Greatness cannot be expressed until you own it. Wealth cannot be realized until you realize that that wealth lives within you. Freedom cannot be experienced until you realize that you are already free. So you are the hero that you've been waiting for. Are you ready to step up into that role in your own life? I can't save you. Tony Robbins can't save you. Your president, whoever that might be, can't save you. Nobody else can save you. It's up to you. So step into that right now. Don't be daunted by it. Just freaking own it. Because you have more power within you than you can possibly imagine. The answer to all your money problems is, do I need a drum roll? Do I need some dramatic music? It's not going to blow your mind. It's really quite simple. It is your wealth consciousness. That is it. The answer to all your money problems is your wealth consciousness. How you think about money, how you behave with money, your subconscious beliefs about money. It is your wealth consciousness. If you have a lack and poverty consciousness, you will realize lack and poverty in your life. If you have a wealth consciousness, you will achieve wealth in your life. So if you want to experience wealth, then your entire focus, your dedication, your commitment needs to be on building your wealth consciousness. You could take somebody, okay, so I'm going to take an unpopular figure, you know, sort of like get over it. If you don't like him, just deal with it. Donald Trump, okay? So Donald Trump, years ago, and he, when he lost his millions, hundreds of millions, I think he was almost like $1 billion in debt at one stage. The thing is, he never stopped being rich. He never stopped having a wealth consciousness. And man, I admire the fact that that guy has nerves of steel when it comes to this stuff. He is just rock solid. And he came back, I think that was in the 90s, and he came back better than ever. It doesn't matter in this context, it doesn't matter what you think of him, it doesn't matter what you think of his methodologies. Take all of that out of it and look at his wealth consciousness. He has a wealth consciousness that says, I am wealthy. Even when he was almost $1 billion in the hole, he never stopped being wealthy because he had a wealth consciousness. So his results reflect that. You may not like how he got there. You may not like how he builds his wealth. Don't let that color what I'm sharing with you right now, because he's a figure that I can refer to and everybody knows who he is and everybody knows what I'm talking about. So he's a great example of that. So even the richest people in the world, they can lose their wealth, but they have the wealth consciousness to rebuild it. That is my point. So your wealth consciousness is the key to you achieving wealth, freedom, success, whatever it is in your life. So work on your wealth consciousness. Mayada, he is a great man. There are many people on the different ends of the spectrum. And I'm kind of not in either camp. I see the good in him, and I see the parts of him that people are conflicted about. You know, he's a very polarizing figure. But our opinion of him in this context is not relevant. So, income driven versus impact driven. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on this. I have on previous trainings. So, as a spiritual, conscious, impact driven entrepreneur, and if you're not an entrepreneur, then just be an entrepreneur. It's like, why wouldn't you be an entrepreneur? It's not an easy road, but man, it's fun, it's rewarding, it's all the things. You take control of your life, your future, your wealth. You are in the driver's seat when you're an entrepreneur. So income driven versus impact driven. So the difference is the vast majority of entrepreneurs on the planet, although that is diminishing, they are primarily focused on income. Impact driven entrepreneurs, they are focused primarily on impact. The problem is they forget an important part of the equation is the income. So it's okay to put impact first, but you have to have income as a primary, secondary part of the equation. If you put impact first and income just disappears out of the equation, then you cannot have much impact. So this is a big thing for impact-driven entrepreneurs, is to make sure that you take care of the money piece, because money is oxygen to your business. So how do you make wealth and success inevitable? One, you make it non-negotiable. This is where I hope you're writing these things down right now. Okay, how to make wealth and success inevitable. You make it non-negotiable. You make your vision, you get clear on your vision, and you make it non-negotiable. You have a can-do, no matter what, whatever it takes kind of attitude. I don't mean you do things in, I don't mean you become the biggest narcissist and you don't care about other people and you steamroll them. That is income driven. We're talking about from your perspective of being impact driven, that you are willing to do whatever it takes in the context that is for the highest good of yourself, for your loved ones, for the planet. Okay, so you make it non-negotiable. That is primary. It has to be a top priority. You develop an unstoppable mindset. So this is something that you need to, it's not something that you develop overnight, right? An unstoppable mindset is something that you work on every single day, and you choose to build an unstoppable mindset. You choose to be unstoppable in your life. So that's number two. Number three is you create a plan. If you're failing to plan, you're planning to fail. A plan is essential, and I say that in all my presentations and my trainings. So, but it doesn't have to be this massive dossier that, you know, you need an engineer's degree to read it and dissect it. You create a plan in that you know your destination. You have to be clear on where you're going and what it is that you want to create. And then you know the next logical step, and you take the next logical step. And then you take the next logical step and the next logical step, because that void in the middle between where you are and where you want to be, you have no idea what that's going to look like. You have no idea where the journey's heading. And to be honest, life would be pretty damn boring if you knew what was going to happen tomorrow and the day after that and the day after that and the day after that, wouldn't it? It'd be pretty damn dull. It'd be nice for a little while to have that sense of certainty, as long as you knew that everything was going to be fine and dandy and sunshine and rainbows and unicorns every day. And let me tell you that your life is not going to be sunshine, rainbows and unicorns every single day. So if that's what you want, that's not what this life is all about. Life is about challenge. It is about adversity. It is about overcoming adversity. And it is about stretching yourself and expansion. Life is about expansion. And if you are not challenged, then how do you expand? And what I really want to share here is that if you do not choose your challenges, they will choose you. Think about that. If you do not choose your challenges, they will choose you. And let me tell you, the quality of challenge that will be chosen for you is going to be far less rewarding and far less fun than the challenges you choose for yourself. So 97% of the population are sitting in a state of apathy, just hoping that everything is going to be okay. Hope is not a strategy. That's hopium. And guess what's going to happen? Because your soul yearns for growth. Your soul yearns for expansion. The only way that you grow and expand is if you are challenged. If you think about somebody who is in a gym and they're a bodybuilder and they are building muscle. How do they build muscle? I don't know if you understand the mechanics of bodybuilding. As a personal trainer, I was shocked years and years ago when I became a personal trainer, and I learned that the reason muscles build is because during the stress that they are put under, they actually tear. And in the process of tearing, they then rebuild bigger. The only way to build bigger muscles is to put them under stress. Now, that's actually not quite true, because in actual fact, this is the power of the mind, in that somebody who actually sits and visualizes themselves putting their muscles under strain will build muscle. However, you are not going to look like Arnold Schwarzenegger when he became the world's best bodybuilder. I forget what that title was called, but I mean, if you've seen him in his heyday, it's like, whoa, you can't sit in your armchair and build that kind of muscle. I also don't know what kind of supplements he might have been taking at the time, but it was pretty impressive bod. You can't do that sitting in an armchair. In order to do that, you have to put the muscles under stress continuously. And you need to be putting yourself, I'm not saying that you need to be stressed out of your head. I don't believe that living in a state of constant stress is good for you. It's bad for the body. However, putting yourself in a state that is causing growth and expansion, and you are stretching yourself constantly, that is what creates expansion in your world. And if you do not choose those challenges and they are chosen for you, messy. Just choose your challenges, choose big challenges, choose big goals. Shoot for the moon and shoot for the stars, and maybe you'll hit the moon. Do you know what I mean? So create a plan. Forget the fact that you don't know how. That's irrelevant. The how is not irrelevant. The how is irrelevant, sorry. You will figure out the how along the way. Get used to that. All you need to know is the what. What is it that you want? What is the direction you're going in? Focus on that. Take action until you succeed. How do you make wealth and success inevitable? You decide that you are just going to keep going until you succeed. That is how you make wealth and success inevitable. You might go, well, that's not really very inspiring. That's not the revelation I was hoping for. Yeah, sorry about that. It's pretty simple. It's not rocket science. So I hear too many people go, oh, I'll give it a shot for 3 months, or I'll try it for 6 months. You're never going to succeed with that kind of attitude. Take action, commit to the journey until you achieve what it is that you want to achieve. Period. And I think we have grown up in a time where, and I put my hand up for this as well, I believe we've grown up in a time where we become so soft and so used to everything just being handed to us. We become addicted to comfort and convenience. And unfortunately, that has made us impotent. Do you see how I came to that? how our comfort, our convenience, how so much is just kind of like Uber Eats. God, we don't even have to leave the house anymore. We just pick up the phone and say, oh, I want pizza. All of a sudden, pizza's at your door. I have to do nothing for that. It's like, and we want more and more of that. No, we need to get out and actually participate in this world that we are co-creating day by day, moment by moment, month by month, year by year. We need to participate in its co-creation. Otherwise, we just get whatever the hell shows up. So that is how to make your wealth and success inevitable. All right, are you ready? Rule number 1. This is a big one. I want you to take this on board. I want you to embody this. I'm serious. Take a breath. So I want you to embody this. Remember that you are infinitely powerful. Breathe that in. I am infinitely powerful. Repeat after me. I am infinitely powerful. Feel that percolate. I am infinitely powerful. I am infinitely powerful. Allow that to resonate in every single part of your being. Write it down in big capital letters. I am infinitely powerful. If you embody that in everything that you do, how do you show up? What happens in your life? Who do you become? What are you capable of achieving? Because you freaking are. You are infinitely powerful. You came from source energy. And you have the power within you to achieve anything. Are you ready to activate that? Are you ready to become that? Are you ready to have this live through you? Are you ready to embody that? Are you ready to be infinitely powerful in everything that you do? What changes for you when you show up with this attitude and knowledge and embodiment in your life? How do you show up? Does it matter right now? If you are infinitely powerful, does it matter right now? Then maybe your past life does not look the way you wanted it to. Does it matter that maybe you feel like, yeah, I'm just not where I want to be? Does it matter that maybe your bank account doesn't have millions of dollars in it at the moment? If you are infinitely powerful. Rule number 2. Remember rule number 1. This is the number 1 rule that you need to embody and embrace and know. Now, I'm not going to tell this to a narcissist. I'm not going to tell this to a psychopath. But I am telling it to you because I know that you want to make a difference. I know that you want to help others on this planet. And if you are going to be effective at doing that, then you must own this phrase. If this is all you get out of this entire probably 2 hours and I'm going to be ranting and raving at you, then it will be worth it because this is life-changing. Okay. The elephant in the room. We have a massive shift that is happening on our planet right now. And a lot of it looks very unpleasant. A lot of it's hard and tough, and people are really struggling right now. And we are right on the brink of, if not on the start of, a recession. And we need to get real about that. Our financial system is on the brink of collapse. So we need to get serious. I don't mean to I'm not saying this in order to sort of be all dark and bring you down. I'm saying this so we get realistic about what is happening in our world right now. Unfortunately, we have the potential and the ability to create a parallel financial system that actually that we can rebuild from the ground up, because our financial system is pretty screwed anyway. I mean, it's a bit lost, to be honest. The inconvenient truth about money is that we are wired to fail with money, and that is a deliberate construct by the system that we are conditioned into. It just has been for decades, hundreds of years. You know, it's like, instead of railing about it, we just accept it and go, yeah, that sucks. We're not going to do that anymore. We're not going to be a part of that system anymore. We're not going to allow ourselves to be conditioned with lack and poverty consciousness anymore. It's time to change that. Let's change that. As you change it, you have the ability to help others to change it, because you become the change that you want to see in the world, right? Yeah, Rich, you're right. Greatest depression is imminent, as Jim Rickards has warned the American people many times over. Absolutely. They have been shouting it from the rooftops. People like Jim Rickards shouting it from the rooftops for many years now. And it could get ugly. However, we need to be ahead of the of what's coming, right? So your personal economy does not have to be at the mercy of the global economy. There are more millionaires and billionaires made during recessions than at any other time. That happens every single time. Now, a lot of that is because the recessions and the way the financial system sort of collapses and rebuilds is deliberately constructed in a way to transfer wealth to the already wealthy. However, we now have an opportunity to flip that equation. We have the best opportunity we have ever had. But we have to do this deliberately. We have to step in and go, I'm not participating in that really crappy system anymore. I'm building my wealth consciousness, and I'm going to be a part of the new parallel economy that will be created, the conscious wealth economy. And as you do it, you can help others to do it too. We have a lack of financial literacy education. So if you listen to Rich Dad, Poor Dad, and others, who's the other guy? There's a guy that I listen to on YouTube that I talk about a lot, and now I can't remember his name. But there are other people who are in this space that can help you to understand the financial system, because it's what we have to work within at the moment. It sucks. It's corrupt. It's, you know, it doesn't set us up to succeed. It sets us up to fail. But if we learn the system and the way it works, we can use it to our advantage. So get educated about money, the way it works, about the financial system, and then decide how you want to play the game. You just have to decide you're going to play the game differently. The rules are out there for everybody who wants to play them play them to win. It is oxygen to your vision. Money is oxygen to your vision. So you must change your wealth consciousness if you want to bring your vision to life, and know that it is oxygen to your vision. Whatever decisions, limiting decisions, criticisms, judgments you have lurking in your mind about money being bad, evil, the root of all evil, there's not enough money, money's corrupt, whatever programming you have around that, it's time to let that crap go, because it will not serve you in building wealth. You must flip that. Money is not the problem. Your mindset about money, your beliefs about money, that's the problem. Money is inert. Money doesn't have a conscience. Money doesn't care. The fact that the psychopaths in the world have most of the money, that's the freaking problem. So how do we change that? We can't change it by rejecting the financial system. We can't change it by saying, oh, well, I'm just not going to participate because it's also corrupt. Well, that just gives all the power to them, doesn't it? We need to get in the game. We have to get in the game. If we don't get in the game, then we can't play. And if we can't play, we can't win. There are millions and millions and millions of us, and human beings at their core are beautiful, are wonderful. They want good things for other people. Unfortunately, we've been kind of hijacked, and we've been programmed not to realize our potential, and we've been put in a state of survival. You put anybody in a state of survival, they're going to be mostly unconscious because they're just getting by. They're not thinking about anybody else. It's not really their fault. They're just trying to survive. And too many people are just trying to survive. We have an opportunity as conscious participants in this holographic universe, this co-creation that we are a part of. We have an opportunity to change that and take others along with us on the journey. Because you're awake, because you know this, I hate to break it to you, but it's kind of your responsibility to lead the way. There's a reason that you know this stuff. There's a reason that you are here listening to this presentation. There's only a handful of people who will hear what I have to say. And I'm hoping that that's going to grow. But at this point, you are here right now. So be prepared to be the leader that you wish you had, to be the leader that you know you can be, and start by leading your own life. Start by leading your own wealth creation strategy and journey. Start by creating your life by design. And that way you can help to lead others to do the same. The world needs you to be wealthy. The world needs you to be wealthy. For all the things that I've said, the world needs you to be wealthy. So this is not a selfish pursuit. I believe the pursuit of wealth for conscious entrepreneurs is one of the most noble and important pursuits that you could actually participate in. Because it's not just about you. Yes, buy the nice things, have the nice life, have the security, have the freedom, do what you want to do. Work the 10-hour, 20-hour week and have time off with your family as you are building passive income. Do all of those things, but take others with you on the journey. Once you take this to heart, you start to realize that wealth and building wealth is actually part of helping to change this world as we know it and create the world as we wish it to be. More money means more impact. That's a given. If you want to give $1 million, you better be making $2 million. The more money you have, the more impact that you can make. And you cannot give from an empty cup. I love this analogy. I'm not going to spend a lot of time on it because I believe that everybody here has already seen me talk about this. But if you cannot fill that top glass by filling up the bottom glass, but you can fill up all the bottom glasses by filling up the top glass. So if you are at the top and you are filled to the brim and you are overflowing, where does the overflow go? It trickles down. And you help to fill up everybody else's cup. And do not expect for somebody else to be at the top filling up your cup. Don't be that person. Choose to be the one at the top who is participating in pouring and filling your own cup so that you can help others to fill theirs. And you know what happens when you do that? Other people will want to be like you and they will start to do what you do. And then that grows and has this massive ripple effect. And we create together more empowered people. More people who are taking back their power, who are owning their power, who are taking control of their lives. So, building true wealth is not a spectator sport. You've got to get in the game. Give money meaning. Okay, this is where you get to do some more work. So give money meaning. What does radical freedom look like to you? Take a minute. What does radical freedom look like to you? What is radical freedom? Radical freedom is whatever the hell you want it to be. It is radical freedom. So if you are radically free, what does that look like? What does your life look like? What do your finances look like? What is your health like? What are your relationships like? What kind of lifestyle are you living? What are you doing on a day-to-day basis if you are radically free? And you can be radically free right freaking now by choosing to be free, because you are already free. If you are allowing conditions in your life to dictate to you how you live your life, well, look, obviously, you know, if you have $5 in the bank, then taking an all expenses first class trip to Hawaii is probably not possible right now. It doesn't mean that that, though, is the definition of freedom. True freedom comes from within. True freedom is who you choose to be. And from that seed, you can create any kind of freedom that you want in your life. It will grow when you own that within you. So what does radical freedom look like to you? Who else will benefit from the money and the wealth that you create? So yes, fill your cup up, build the security, build the freedom, have the nice things. Who else will benefit from the trickle down? When your cup is full, what causes will you champion? What things will you contribute to? What contribution will you make? How many people will you be able to empower? What injustices will you stand up for and help to change? What breaks your heart in this world? How would you like to contribute to that? Whether we like it or not, money is the thing that gives us the ability to make a bigger contribution in the world. It just is. So who else will benefit from the money? Maybe it's family, maybe it's community, maybe it's global issues. Maybe there are people who are doing good things in the world that you really want to give money to because you want to be able to support them in what they're doing. If you think about maybe an animal rights group, or a group that is saving orangutans and or elephants or bears from bear bile farms, or I guess I choose animals because I'm really passionate about animals. But you know, if you look at humans who are suffering human rights violations and organizations that are standing up for human rights and liberating people from wars and prison and all the rest of it, if you were to give that organization $100,000, how much more impact could that organization have? If you gave $100,000 to, say, a sanctuary that rescues elephants, how many more elephants could that sanctuary save as a result? They are lives that are impacted by your contribution. That is no small thing. So who else will benefit from the money? What would wealth mean for you and for the cause or causes that you champion? What would wealth mean for you and for the cause or causes that you champion? Are you beginning to realize that these questions are far more important than the BS decisions, criticisms, judgments that you have in your subconscious mind about money? Because when you start to see the bigger picture and how important flipping your subconscious mind is, you will make it a priority. Okay, 7 steps to radical freedom. Here we go. Are you ready? Okay, number 1, you got to decide. If you want to create radical freedom in your life, the first step is to decide. Decide that you are going to create radical freedom. Decide that you are going to make it a priority. You're going to make it non-negotiable. Decide that you are going to do whatever it takes. Decide you are going to become the person you need to be. Decide that you are going to do the personal growth, the personal development work. Decide that you are going to learn the skills or the information and the knowledge, or you are going to take the courses. Just decide that all the limitations that you feel are relevant, because they're not relevant. You've just made them relevant. Decide that all those limitations that you think you have are now irrelevant, because they pale into insignificance in relation to your pursuit for radical freedom in your life. Everything else needs to take a back seat right now. All the things that are telling you that it's not safe, all the things that are telling you that you can't, all the reasons that you have in your mind going, oh, but I don't have this, or I'm not that, or I can't do this. All of that is irrelevant when you decide that this is non-negotiable. Step number 2, you need to have the right vision. The right vision, meaning that it needs to be in alignment with who you truly are. That it needs to be something that lights you up. That it will drive you beyond the disappointments, the failures, the setbacks, the frustrations, those times where you just want to give up and walk away. Your vision becomes a part of who you are. And it is aligned with your values, with what's important to you. It's aligned with the difference that you want to make in the world. That when you get to the end of your life, just say your vision is so big that you actually don't get to achieve your vision, but on your in your pursuit of achieving the vision, that you have managed to make a difference, that you look back on your life and you go, my life mattered. What I did meant something. I changed some people's lives. Even if I didn't achieve the massive vision within my lifetime, the pursuit of my vision was worth everything because it mattered. So the right vision, your vision needs to be big enough. Dare to create a massive vision for yourself, for your future, for your life. Something that inspires you, that scares you, that you go, I have no idea how the hell I am ever going to be able to live up to that vision. But I am willing to try. Brian Tracy said, attempt the impossible in order to improve your work. So if you think about 2 athletes, one athlete is training hard and is doing, like, say you have somebody who is doing the high jump, and they're setting the bar at a level that isn't easy, but they know they can achieve it. And that's where they're training. And then you have another athlete who every day they push themselves to attempt something that is just a bit beyond out of their capability. So they train up to that, and then they push themselves just a little bit further. Do you think athlete number 1 or athlete number 2 is going to have the greater growth, is going to have more of an ability to achieve the gold medal at the end of the day? By attempting what they are currently believe they are incapable of, they will ultimately achieve that. As long as they have the right coach, the right mindset and the mental attitude, the right training regime, all that stuff. So the right vision, the right vehicle, particularly if we're talking about business, you've got to have a vehicle to be able to get there, right? In any pursuit, you've got to have the right vehicle. So what vehicle are you using? And that has to be aligned with your values, with what lights you up, with your passion, with your purpose. It's got to be the right vehicle. I mean, if you want to create wealth and somebody comes along and says, you know, trading is where it's at. You've got to trade. And the thought of trading on the stock market just makes you want to throw up every single morning, or makes you feel like, oh my God, my life is over. Well, I have to sit. This is why I'm choosing this, because this would be me. You know, I have to sit at this computer and watch numbers on a screen and figure out trends. Yeah, nah. Like, kill me now. So it's important that you know what your core genius is, what your values are, what your passion is, and you package that up and you use the right vehicle to create radical freedom in your life. Talking about audience again, talking about business again, you've got to have the right audience, right vehicle, right audience. If you don't have people who really want what you got, then how are you ever going to create wealth? This is all pointing to an exchange, right? So we're talking about financial freedom here, obviously. And in order to create wealth and bring wealth in, yes, Rich, athlete number 2 would achieve exponentially better results. Abso-freaking-lutely. So in order to bring wealth in, you have to be of service. And this is why I talk about people who have a passion for service. So you have to be of service because you have to have something that is a valuable exchange for others. They have to want what you have. It has to be solving a problem for them, and they have to be willing to exchange their dollars for whatever it is that you have. Now, if you have the wrong audience, if you have an audience mismatch, they're never going to buy your stuff. So if, say, you're trying to sell chickens to a vegan, yeah, you're never going to be able to achieve wealth trying to sell chickens to a vegan. So very stark sort of example, but that's what it is. You've got to have the right audience. So right strategies and systems in place, particularly to build radical freedom. Systems will set you free. So it's important that you have the right strategies, the right systems in place, the right formulas that you can launch, build, scale, and grow. And this is all comes down to your analysis. This isn't hard. Just because you don't know how to do it just yet doesn't mean it has to be hard. It just means that there's something that you don't know right now. There's just something that you don't know right now. So make it your mission to figure it out, or find somebody who can help you to figure it out. Far easier and quicker way to do it, by the way, to do it that way. Right systems and strategies, the right mindset. You know what I'm like about mindset. Unstoppable, unshakable, absolutely relentless, committed. The right mindset is essential. Without the right mindset, all of this falls apart. And the right action. So even though you don't know what the right action is right now, you'll figure that out as you go. So this is all a learning curve. And the first thing is that you need to decide that you're willing to take this journey. You need to decide that you're willing to learn how to achieve the radical freedom that you have set your mind on. So they are the 7 steps to radical freedom, particularly through a business context. If you're talking about radical health freedom, similar, there'd be a couple of things that you'd switch out, but same principles. So I'm going to talk very briefly about making 100K in 100 days, because the reason I choose 100K is because for many people, for most people, $100,000 would be life-changing. And it is entirely possible to be able to make 100K in 100 days by using the formula, the 7-step formula that I just went through. So what's important is that you answer these questions, and I am not going to spend a lot of time on these, so you might want to take a screenshot and come back and answer these later, right? But what problem do you solve? Remember, I said just a minute ago that in order to have that financial exchange, you have to be solving a problem for people. Every single financial exchange, somebody is looking for a solution to a problem. So what problem do you solve? And what's important about this question is to realize, so a massage therapist, what problem do they solve? Muscular pain, maybe injury, back pain. The more specific you get, if you have a massage therapist who says to the right audience, I can help to solve your back pain in a 45-minute massage session. Somebody who is in chronic back pain, do you think they're going to be interested in listening to what that person has to say? So a massage therapist can say something like, I will help you solve your back pain, relieve your back pain, eliminate your back pain. All of a sudden, that massage therapist is the most important person in the life of somebody who has back pain, right? You have my attention. Remember, attention is the primary commodity in today's business world. You've got to get people's attention. So know what problem you solve and be able to articulate it to your right audience. Who is your ideal client? For the massage therapist, somebody who's got back pain. Or for somebody who sells shoes. The ideal client is not just somebody who wants shoes. It's somebody who wants their shoes, their style. Maybe it's about those shoes are about comfort, or maybe they're about style and elegance and uniqueness, fashion. Very different audience. Somebody who is 80 does not want to buy, or maybe they do want to buy, but they're not going to wear a pair of 6-inch high heels. Highly unlikely anyway. The 80-year-old is going to be looking for comfort. The 25-year-old, the 35-year-old is probably going to be looking for the high heels. So who is your ideal client? What is your message to that person? Massage therapist who solves back pain. Message, I can help to eliminate your back pain. And how do you articulate that? Make your back pain a thing of the past. Be able to play with your kids without feeling like a cripple. Be able to participate in sports again without hobbling off the field. What's your message? It's got to cut through all the noise out there. What's your offer? There's a book that I'm telling all my clients about at the moment, $100 million Offers by Alex Hormozi. And it is make offers so irresistible that people feel stupid saying no. So what's your offer? Right audience, right time, right message, right offer. And you've got magic financially What's your call to action? Every single message that you put out there needs to have a call to action that goes with it. You've got to tell people what they do. They're not going to do anything if you don't tell them what to do. At the end of this presentation, I have specifically 2 different calls to action that you can take after this presentation. You don't have to. You can take all of this because I'm giving you basically everything that I believe is the most important information that I have in my head. It's only a fraction of the information and the knowledge that I have in my head, but I believe that this is the most important information that you need to get from where you are to where you want to be. And you can action this yourself. But I will have a call to action at the end if you think that I can help you get further, faster. What marketing strategies will you use? Again, business. There's a gazillion different ways that you can market to your audience. It's got to be a right fit. What action steps, strategies, and systems do you need to implement and achieve it? Critical. And this question, forget the 100K in 100 days, whatever your vision, your dream, your goal is, this question, game changer. What's slowing you down, holding you back, and stopping you from achieving it? What's slowing you down, holding you back, and stopping you from achieving it? Okay, so I know that you are drinking through a fire hose right now. If you've never been on one of my trainings before, you're probably going, what am I here for? If you have been on my trainings before, then you know that you are going to be drowned. I overteach. I own it. I'm not willing to stop overteaching. I just want to give you whatever it is that you need. I want to empower 100,000 impact-driven entrepreneurs. Now, I know not every single one of those entrepreneurs is going to work with me. I know a fraction who are ready to work with me will. And that's okay with me. My mission is to impact 100,000 impact-driven entrepreneurs. So take that question, if nothing else, what's slowing you down, holding you back, and stopping you from achieving it? Take that question and work with it every day if you need to uncover your blocks, your fears, your doubts, your limiting beliefs, the stories that are saying it's not safe, I'm not good enough, I don't deserve it. Because they're your blocks. So, unlocking your divine wealth blueprint. Number 1, know thyself. Knowing yourself, knowing your skills, your talents, your unconscious competence, your core genius, your gifts, your talents, what you stand for, your vision, your mission, your purpose, your strengths and weaknesses, knowing what radical freedom means to you, knowing who you truly are. All of this, make it your mission to know thyself, know yourself intimately. And of course, you are infinitely powerful. You are spirit having a human experience. How you want to express that in the world. See, the thing is, there are 8 billion people on the planet, right? We are all infinitely powerful human beings and spirit having a human experience. We're all that. We are all source energy incarnate in this co-creative dance, right? That is who we truly are. The question is, how do you want to express yourself? That is the choice that you get to make. How do you express yourself in this co-creative dance? Believe in yourself. This is so, so important. The belief in your power, the belief in what you're capable of, the belief in knowing that whatever you put your mind to, you are capable of achieving. the belief that you are unstoppable, the belief that you are unshakable, the belief that you are an abundant being, the belief that money just flows to you. Building that belief in yourself, because your beliefs are the foundation of your results. So if you believe in yourself and your ability to achieve anything you put your mind to, your results are that your success is inevitable. Your wealth is inevitable. So believe in yourself. Get in full alignment with who you truly are. Know thyself, and then get in alignment. Get in alignment with your divine purpose. Get in alignment with your divine being. That's critical. Getting in alignment is critical. Follow your passion and your purpose. So my passion and my purpose is to inspire and empower others. And there are a gazillion different ways that I could do that. I choose to do it through this specific vehicle and other vehicles as well, through my YouTube videos, through my Facebook posts, through various social media outlets, through my emails that I send out to people like yourself, through my courses, through my programs, through my coaching. That's my passion and my purpose, is to inspire and empower others. And I have found a variety of different ways to do that. Education and expansion and consciousness is also my passion and my purpose. What's yours? If you follow your passion and purpose, that is your divine reason for being. Your passion is it is your signpost that you are on track, that you are doing what you came here to do, that you are following your purpose. Whatever you are passionate about is a breadcrumb to showing you what you are here to do, who you are here to be, and the gifts that you are meant to give to the world. Leveraging your superpowers. Okay, this comes back a little bit to knowing thyself. What are your gifts? What are your talents? What are your skills and expertise that you have developed over the last, however long you've been on the planet? What is your unconscious competence? What is your core genius? These are your superpowers. Now, there is nobody else on the planet like you. There is nobody with your knowledge, your experience, your skills and expertise, your view of the world, your gifts, your talents, your unconscious competence, your core genius. There is nobody on the planet like you. 8 billion people. There is nobody in the universe like you. I have no idea how many beings there are in the universe, but there's nobody like you. No one. You are it. You are that special. You are that unique. Because there's never been anybody like you in the history of the planet. Never, ever. Never will be. So it's up to you to recognize and package up your superpowers, to leverage them, to be who you came here to be, to give what you are here to give to the world. That is your divine wealth blueprint. When you are in that space, you are unlocking your divine wealth blueprint. 5 steps to financial freedom. Let's go through this quickly. Sorry, just taking a sip of water. Okay, financial confidence. I will explain this really quickly. It's not that hard, but once you break it down like this, it makes it a lot easier. So financial confidence means that you are confident that you can meet your obligations, that you can pay your bills, you can pay your debts, that you are capable of getting through each week without the stress that you can't meet those obligations. So you are confident that you have enough money coming in to cover your current obligations. So you need to, if you're not there yet, then you need to focus on getting to that first. Okay, so what do I put in place? What do I need to change? What actions do I need to take to create financial confidence in my life? The thing is, if you focus purely on financial freedom and you're not in a state of financial confidence, then that is a leap too far for you to build the bridge. This is how you build the bridge to get to financial freedom. So you focus on achieving financial confidence first. Next, you want financial security. So it's knowing that if whatever income stream you have right now stops suddenly, you have 3 months, 6 months, 12 months that you're going to be okay. You're going to be able to figure something else out. It gives you breathing space. Financial security financial security doesn't mean you own everything and that you have no debts. It means that you can cover your obligations in depth sort of for the next 3, 6, 12 months. If your current income stream dries up, you have reserves put away. You have investments that you could perhaps use and liquidate to be able to get by and meet your obligations for a period of time. Financial independence. So this means that you are not reliant on a third party for your income. So, for instance, if you have a job, that is not financial independence, that is financial dependence. If you only have one stream of income and that stream of income relies on a particular company, say you're doing affiliate marketing and you are only working with one company and you are selling that product. Well, what happens if that company suddenly goes bust, disappears, has a massive lawsuit, their product fails? That's not financial independence. So financial independence is knowing that you have enough money coming in from different streams that you know that your financial obligations will be met no matter what happens in the global economy. And you are not reliant and dependent on one third party for your income. Now, the best way to create financial independence is to have a direct relationship with your customer. Affiliate marketing is amazing. But having a direct relationship with your customer, selling a service or a product, is true financial independence. But it doesn't mean you start there. This is what you build to. Financial abundance means that you have multiple streams of income. They are flowing abundantly into your world. You are creating, it doesn't matter if 1 or 2 of those income streams dry up, you still have enough money coming in that you are living in an abundant life according to your criteria for what abundance looks like. So abundance is going to look different for everybody. For some people, abundance is the super wealthy who are living the rich lifestyle, who are flying all over the world, staying in the best hotels, flying first class everywhere. For some people, that's financial abundance. For some people, financial abundance is living out in the wilderness, living the simple life, and having an abundance of financial resources to fund that life. It's a lot less financial resources required to fund that life than to fund the rich and famous who are doing all the things and hanging out in all the nice restaurants and doing all that stuff. So what does financial abundance look like to you? And then, of course, you've got financial freedom is the ultimate. So that is, that everything is taken care of. You are completely and totally financially free. That you have, zero debt, personal debt. You might have business debt, maybe. But you have complete and total financial freedom, total control over your finances. And all of these are achieved through your state of mind. Each and every one of these are achieved through your state of mind. Yes, the actions that you take, but the actions that you take will be driven by your state of mind, by your wealth consciousness. Remember, the only thing that you need to develop in order to be financially free and solve all your money problems is your wealth consciousness. Each of these steps will be reflected in your level of wealth consciousness. So what I want you to do now is I want you to write a number beside each of these. Take a minute to write a number beside each of these that says, how much income would it take per month for you to achieve financial confidence? If you're already there, then how much money would it take for you to achieve financial security? Then how much money would it take for you to achieve financial independence? We're talking about a monthly income, financial abundance, and financial freedom. So write a number beside each, because then you set your goals in according to where you're at and where you want to be and what the next phase is. These are all phases that you will pass through on your way to financial freedom. And once you break it down, it's a lot easier because you've got a definite goal, right? You have to have a definite goal in your mind to know what it is that you're going to achieve along the way. I ask people, what do you want? Financial freedom. What does that look like? I don't know. How much money is that going to be? What is your freedom number? I don't know. How can you achieve a goal if you don't know what it is? So what is your freedom number? And then I recommend that whatever you think it is, double it, because you will underestimate what your financial freedom number is. Actually, all of those numbers, double them. Okay, moving along. What strategies will you use to achieve each step? This is, like I said, you're getting like a 10-year plan within 2 hours. So don't stress over not being able to answer these questions, but these are questions that you can pose to your mind on a consistent basis. What strategies will you use to achieve each step? And all you need to know is the first step. That's all you need to know. What is the next most logical step? That's it. Don't stress about all the other stuff. Don't stress about the stuff you don't know. There's no point stressing about the stuff you don't know. You don't know what you don't know. Okay? I don't know that. Don't give me Richard Branson's job, because every single one of his companies will fail under my leadership. Why? Because I have no freaking idea what he does, how he does it, how he built his companies. I have no idea what problems he solves every day. I would not have the capacity to do what he does or know the strategies that he knows. No idea how Elon Musk got to where he is today, except that he has the right mindset. I have no idea how he built Tesla. I have no idea who he employed to get rockets, into space, or all his Starlink satellites. Thank you, Elon, for your Starlink satellites, because that's how I am coming to you today, is through Elon Musk's Starlink satellites. I'm not particularly impressed that he wants to put 42,000 satellites into why do we need 42,000 satellites running around up there? And that's just Starlink. That blows my mind. Anyway, I digress. Billionaires are insatiable. It's like, it's never enough. And I'm not just talking about money. I'm just talking about they are never satisfied. So, and I don't think that's such a bad thing, to be honest. Depending on what they're not satisfied with, depending on whether they're psychopathic narcissists or whether they're actually wanting to do good things in the world. I really want to inspire insatiable, conscious entrepreneurs who are never satisfied. Doesn't mean you are tormented every day because it's not enough, I'm not doing enough. Don't mean from that perspective, but that you are always committed to the constant growth and expansion of yourself, of your impact and what you want to do. And if that's not you, that's fine. You do you. Just do you. It lights me up to think of working with entrepreneurs, conscious entrepreneurs who are insatiable in them giving their gifts and achieving more and constant expansion and helping more people. So 90% of mindset is success. That's not rocket science. We know that. I actually think it's probably more like 95, because once you have the right mindset, it's game over. It's like your success is inevitable when you have the right mindset. I love it, Rich. Rich says, this is the ultimate wealth building game plan. I love it. I am so glad you are on board. You are in the right room, my friend. Awesome. Thank you for that feedback. It really does. It makes my heart sing when I get feedback like that. So you have no idea what goes on in my head. It's like herding cats up there. And it's like, it makes sense to me. Is it making sense to the people who are listening to me, or am I talking like Martian? So it's great to get that feedback. Thank you very much. 90% of success is mindset. So you have to be committed to your mindset, period. That has to be your number one focus, is your mindset. If you argue for your limitations, you get to keep them. Guess what 99% of the people are doing on the planet? I don't have enough. I don't have the money. I don't have the time. I don't have the energy. I'm not enough. If you continue to argue for those, either consciously or unconsciously, guess what? That is what you will continue to live by. Your results will be determined by those limitations that you continue to cling to. So every time somebody gives you an opportunity, if I think it was Richard Branson who said, if somebody presents you with an opportunity and you don't know how, say yes and figure it out later. So if somebody suggests that a particular course for you, and you know that it's going to be a key piece, maybe not the entire answer, but a key piece of helping you to get from where you are to where you want to be, and it is out of your reach financially, do not let "I can't afford it" be your defining answer. You go, okay, I know this needs to be a part of my world, and maybe my financial situation at the moment does not permit me. Maybe I am temporarily limited at this point in my instant ability to invest in this. How can I make it a reality? Make it important enough that you are willing to work with your subconscious to figure out a solution. Remember, I don't think I've said this today, but every single successful person is solution focused. Their challenges do not stop them. Their challenges are merely stepping stones to the next challenge. One challenge just leads them to the next challenge. And their solution focused mindset is their most precious asset, because they never say "I can't." They always say "How can I?" I don't care how daunting it might be right now. But if somebody presents you with an opportunity, do not let "I can't afford it," "I don't have the time." If you know if it resonates for you, there's going to be stacks of offers out there that don't resonate with you. Don't pay for them. And don't be sucked in by the very clever sales tactics that most of the, I'm sort of revealing my view on a lot of the big coaching out there. They are very, very clever at manipulating into thinking that you have to have what they have. I want you to run everything from this point forward. Whenever anybody presents you with an opportunity, I want you to run it through a filter of, what do I need right now? Where am I going? What is my next most logical step? What knowledge, skills, understanding, systems, formulas, strategies do I need to get me there? And is this the right fit for me? Is this the best way to use my resources, my time, my money, everything right now? And then if it is, make it your mission to be able to overcome whatever perceived limitation you have that could stop you from investing in that. Does that make sense? So every limitation is simply a perceived limitation. It's not real. It's simply not real. I don't have enough money. Okay. Just means that your bank balance doesn't reflect the level of investment that you need. How do you change that? Because there's over $1 trillion changing hands every single day. So how do you funnel more of that into your world to be able to say yes? Because you know that it's going to get you from where you are to where you want to be. Never I can't, always how can I? Oh, thank you, Trisha. That is, I am truly humbled by that. The best EFT coach I've personally worked with. Thank you very much. That is very, very humbling. I appreciate that very much. And you have no idea what that means to me. Like, seriously, you have no idea what that means to me. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Love you too. So I actually came up with this morning. I came up with it. It sort of downloaded into my brain. By walking onto the battlefield, you have already achieved a major victory. When you refuse to face the enemy, you have already conceded defeat. This is my direct quote. Because at the moment, between you and your goal, your enemy is your perceived limitations. Your enemy is the fact that you haven't built the unstoppable mindset yet. The enemy is that you have fears, doubts, and limiting beliefs. If you refuse to face those enemies, then you have already conceded defeat. But when you choose to step onto the battlefield, and I don't mean to set up a fight with your brain, but your mind is a battlefield. And when you are willing to step onto the battlefield, to walk onto the battlefield, you have already achieved a major victory because you've put yourself in the game. The fact that you are here today, you have already achieved a major victory. What you do next is up to you. By taking the next most logical step, you've already achieved a major victory. By taking the next most logical step, you have already achieved a major victory. If you take that to heart, if you put that into context and you see every step that you take as a major victory, there's a reward so precious, so valuable. You then build the habit of building victories every single day. To put it into a much more simple context, something that is really easy to relate to. If you think of a baby, a toddler who needs to learn to walk. At the moment, they're crawling. So they've learned to crawl. And they need to then get up and walk because they see everybody else walking. They go, oh, okay, we're meant to walk. If everybody crawled, nobody would ever walk because everybody would grow up going, oh, we're meant to crawl through life. So we'd all be crawling. Nobody would ever figure out, well, not nobody, but until somebody figures out that, oh, if I learn to balance on these two things that I've been crawling on, then I get to move faster through life and I see the world in a whole different way. I see a lot more when I'm walking than when I'm crawling. Oh, and then I can run. I can be really fast. So the child sees people walking and goes, oh, okay, that's the way we move through life. I need to walk. Now, is the fact that that toddler pulls themselves up using a table or a wall or a chair or whatever, and then stands for a few seconds, is that a major victory in their goal to achieve walking? Now, walking to us adults who are capable of walking, who have the physical capacity to walk, walking for us is like, like it's our unconscious competence. We don't even think about it. We just do it. They go, I'm going to walk from here to there. We don't think about how we're going to walk. We just walk. But to the child, pulling themselves up, taking that first wobbly step and falling over, that is a major victory. What do we do when the child does that? We celebrate. Somebody who may have been in an accident, who has lost their capacity to walk, but still has the physical ability to walk and has to learn to walk again and has to go through all the pain of all the physiotherapy and all the medical sort of the medical appointments and all the rest of it to learn to walk, those first few wobbly steps when they're in between the bars, I've never been through it myself, but you see the videos of people who they're in between the parallel bars supporting them, and they're putting one foot in front of the other. Every single step is a major victory. So celebrate every victory, because that trains your brain to enjoy the journey of success. Success is a journey. It's not a destination. I know it's tired, but it's true. So by walking onto the battlefield, by taking action, by taking the next logical step, you've already achieved a major victory. What daily steps do I recommend for reprogramming the subconscious for a low income earner to a high income earner? Number one, Rich, EFT tapping. It is your daily habits. So your number one priority in that is building a set of daily habits and rituals that guide you to reprogram your subconscious mind. If it's meditation, if it's affirmations, if it's journaling, if it's EFT tapping, if it's reading a book every day, whatever different strategies and methodologies that you feel drawn to, make them your rituals. Having your goals, visualizing your goals, having a mind movie, having a vision board, listening to podcasts that inspire you, that light you up, that you learn. You have to learn every single day. Make learning a part of your daily habit, your ritual, your routine. Make it non-negotiable. Make it imperative that you learn something every single day, that you fail at something every single day. Make that an imperative. If you don't fail your way forward, make failure something that's just normal. It's just, okay, well, failure, whatever. Take the stigma out of it. So I hope that helps. But build your own rituals that really work for you. You are infinitely powerful. Remember? Say it out loud. I am infinitely powerful. I am infinitely powerful. I am infinitely powerful. Okay. Who are you and who do you need to become? So who are you? Yes, ultimately you are spirit having a human experience. You are an infinitely powerful being capable of achieving anything you put your mind to. Yes, at the foundation, at the core of who you are, that is who you are. You are a holographic projection and energy experiencing a holographic world. You are a co-creative force who is creating your life every single day, day by day. Let's get a little more granular, as in you were born into this world under a particular star sign. I was actually really quite shocked as to how accurate star signs are and how they determine our personality and our way of viewing the world and our way of interacting with others. It's really quite gobsmacking. I don't know if you've ever seen the Birthday Book, I think it's called, but it's like this almanac of the day that you were born, and it describes your personality and who you are and your traits and characteristics. And I just read it and I went, oh my God, that is me. That is so me. It's when we started to look a little bit into star signs. I'm not obsessed with star signs, but when we started to look into star signs, and my husband was reading the star sign, he went, oh my God, that it just explains everything about you. Everything he didn't understand about me. When he looked at the star sign, he went, oh yeah, okay. So he forgives me a lot of things now. He goes, oh yeah, that's just because of your star sign. Yeah, same with numerology, Trisha. So we are born on a particular day under a particular star sign for a particular reason. It is part of who we are. And we get to choose how we express that in the world. It doesn't mean that you are doomed by any stretch of the imagination because of your traits and characteristics. It means they are part of your genius. They are a part of your gifts and talents and how you leverage them. But understand who you are right now. And then who do you need to become to achieve your goals and dreams? So using the beautiful gifts and talents that you were born with, the traits and characteristics that are a part of who you are, your beautiful personality, it's all divinely orchestrated. You are divinely orchestrated. Who do you need to become to bring your massive goals and dreams and your visions to life? Who do you need to become? What traits and characteristics do you need to develop that complement those innate traits and characteristics of who you are that make up your unique self? What are the complementary traits and characteristics do you need to adopt and develop? So, okay, how to unlock the infinite power within? We are already an hour and 45 minutes in. So, connect with spirit. How to unlock your infinite power? Connect with spirit. Spirit is your guide. Spirit is constantly there for you. Spirit is going to do a lot of the hard work for you as long as you tune into spirit, connect with spirit, follow the guidance of spirit, and know that you are never alone on this journey. Remember who you truly are. Been over that today. Clear your limiting beliefs, fears, and doubts. Whatever methodologies, strategies, formulas you use, clear your limiting beliefs, fears, and doubts. Reinforce the positive beliefs that you have or install them. And that's why I love EFT tapping, because you can release the limiting beliefs and install the positive beliefs. And then reinforce them every day. Keep reinforcing them through journaling, through affirmations, through what it is that you read, whatever it is, the ones that support you to unlock the infinite power that is within you. Be committed to change. Look, this is, you have to be committed to change. If nothing changes, nothing changes. If you don't change, your results don't change. People say, oh, I'm doing this stuff and nothing's changing. Well, have you changed? You need to change internally. And you know what? The vast majority of people aren't willing to change. They're too afraid to change. We are innately wired to fear change, particularly letting go of who we believe we are. Your identity can be your adopted identity, can be your best friend or your worst enemy. So uncover your identity beliefs and be committed to changing those identity beliefs. Beliefs like, I'm not good enough. It's all BS. Change it to, I am more than enough. I am worthy and deserving of having everything that of everything my heart desires. I don't deserve it. I deserve to be able to build wealth. I deserve to attract my dream partner. I deserve to be loved, cherished, adored, honored, appreciated, recognized. I deserve to be loved for who I am. I deserve to have $1 million in the bank. You've got to be committed to making the change within you. Look for evidence to validate the belief I am infinitely powerful. Look for evidence to validate that belief. And if you go right back to the core of our existence, that I think it's like 2 in a trillion chance that you could even be born into this planet. If you look at the mechanism of conception and birth, the mechanism of conception, the odds are against you, mate. The odds are totally against you being conceived, being birthed into this world. But the sperm that caused you to become who you are today, the meat suit that you are today, was just one in hundreds of millions, that they were all competing and fighting to get to that one egg on that one day. And then all the conditions within the womb had to be right to enable conception. So do you see that even that, recognizing that you are infinitely powerful because you won that race. You beat those odds. What other evidence do you have to validate the belief that you are infinitely powerful? Going back again to the nature of our existence, that we are literally energy and spirit having a holographic projection, creating and co-creating every single minute of every single day. Do you not see that you are infinitely powerful? If you are that powerful that you have created everything in the past, I don't care how shitty it might have been, but if you have created everything in your past, you are creating every experience right now, you're creating, co-creating your relationships. Do you not see that you're infinitely powerful? Like, how amazing is that? Okay, so, oops, what did I just miss? All right, let's very, very quickly go over this. This is actually not the point of today, but I want you to recognize that the number one business vehicle to build wealth fast is online business. Why? Stack of reasons. Low startup costs. You can work from anywhere, anytime. You have a global audience, 8 billion people or 6 billion who are on the internet. There's an abundance of business models, fast and effective delivery, massive leverage, make money 24/7 and zero limits on your income and your impact. I'm not going to go over this. Just know that online business is where it's at. Multiple streams of income. Once you've done it once, you can do it again. Online business vehicles, e-commerce, affiliate marketing, online education, coaching and consulting, investing and trading, professional services, just regular services, MLM or network marketing, all incredibly valuable, highly profitable business vehicles. And you can start with one, you can evolve into another. It don't matter. Once you master the online space, this is like a no-brainer. Going online, building an online business in any particular business vehicle or business model, as long as it aligns with who you are, is just a no-brainer. Hey, Jennifer, thanks for being here. Glad that you feel fired up. And if you do want to take advantage of anything that I have to offer, reach out to me. I'll let you know what that is, or watch the end of the presentation. We're going to finish it up soon because I'm losing my voice. Okay, we have the perfect storm right now, which means that there has never been a better time to get into business, and specifically online business. Everything is perfect for you to be able to create wealth in the online space. If you don't find a way to earn money while you sleep, you will work until you die. Warren Buffett. How to heal your relationship with money. Identify the conflicts that you have with money first. What limiting beliefs, what criticisms, judgments do you have about money? What conflicts do you have about money? Identify them. Release the fears, limiting beliefs, and lack of self-worth and the conflicts that you have with money. Create new empowering beliefs to replace them. Align wealth with your core values. Whoops, let's go back. Align wealth with your core values. So I'll dive into that a little bit because all the rest are pretty self-explanatory. So aligning wealth with your core values. So the vast majority of people, particularly spiritual, conscious, impact-driven entrepreneurs, wealth will not be one of your top core values. And you will take action in alignment with your top core values in a priority to everything else. So if money and wealth is not a part of your top core values, then you need to align wealth with one of those. So say, for instance, family is your top core value. You need to align the accumulation of wealth with your top core value of family. So give the money meaning. What does the money mean in relation to family? How does it help your family? What opportunities can you give your family? What freedoms do your family get to experience as a result of you building wealth? So spirituality is one of your top core values. What spiritual experiences, retreats, courses can you go on as a result of building wealth that you can't go on if you don't build wealth? So align wealth with your core values. 7 steps to radical freedom. Okay, so let's wrap this up. The answer to all your money problems, wealth consciousness, how to make money and wealth and success inevitable. We went through that. The 7 steps to radical freedom, the #1 business model to build wealth fast, 5 steps to financial freedom. We covered that. How to heal your relationship with money. We covered that. The only thing we haven't covered is how to the secrets to the universe, which I'm going to do in just a minute. So stick around. Unlocking the secrets to the universe. So you are just one decision away from radical freedom. You are always one decision away from radical freedom. You're one action step away from radical freedom. So what you do next matters. Start where you're at. Use what you have. Do what you can. I want you to write that down. Start where you're at. Use what you have. Do what you can. Nothing can limit you as long as you follow that. Decide. Decide right now that you are going to make radical freedom your mission, your non-negotiable. Whatever that means to you, whatever that looks like to you. What's next? Get clear on your dream of radical freedom. Get very, very clear on that. Decide on your business model. Of course, you don't have to go down the business model road. You can go down the investment road. You can do whatever you like. I just, business is my thing. Entrepreneurship is my thing. Identify what you need to help you achieve your dreams. So remember I said, what is missing? There is nothing missing within you, but there are maybe gaps in your knowledge, in your skill sets, in the systems, in the strategies, in your understanding of the business and entrepreneurship space, in the whatever it might be. What do you need right now to help you to achieve your dreams? Create a plan and then take massive freaking action every day on that plan. Relentlessly. Non-negotiable, from a non-negotiable space. Okay, who's on your team? Who do you need in your space to be able to help you to get from where you are to where you want to be? You can do it the slow way or you can do it the fast way. Slow way is taking everything that I have given you today and figuring it out yourself. Fast way is to work with somebody like myself, if not me, somebody else, go your own way. That's fine by me, but find somebody that you resonate with and work with them. If they are just find somebody who is going to help you to get to the next phase, whatever the next phase is for you. Find somebody who is going to get you from where you are to where you want to be. I am not everybody's solution, right? I know that there are some people on here who absolutely love me and I love you right back. But I am not everybody's answer to wherever they're going, right? So find who resonates with you. If you do want to work with me, if you are ready to invest in yourself, then you can book a strategy session with me at marguerita.as.me/strategy. Or you can join the Tapping for $100,000 in 100 Days challenge, which is already going. But if you are not in there yet, then you can join it now, because I'm going to, there's going to be a new push starting on Monday or Sunday if you're in the States. So we're basically restarting, not restarting, but I'm bringing in a whole new lot of people as of Monday. So that is if you go to that link. No, Tricia, it's not the 100 days. It is the 30-day challenge. So, sorry, that is good pickup. Good pickup. Tapping for $100,000 in 30 days. Sorry. Thank you for pointing that out to me. So yes, that is a mistype. Joining the Tapping for $100,000 in 30 days, not 100 days. So if you go to that page right now, you will see that is currently $97. You will see everything that is included there. There is, I send you emails every day. I do videos each day, or upload or have posts every day to keep you accountable. There's a stack of resources available for you to help you to tap into the person you need to be to create $100,000 in 30 days. So you can join that, or you can book a call with me on a 30-minute call. I will help you in 3 ways. I will help you get clarity on your vision for your future. I will help you to unlock your divine wealth blueprint, and I will help you to create a unique strategic action plan for yourself. And then, of course, we will talk about my programs and whether they're a good fit for you. So if you're ready to invest in yourself and take that next step with me, if you're not, and you still want to be close to me and get my support and my guidance, then the Tapping for $100,000 challenge is definitely a great way to do it. So I hope that we are up to the 2-hour mark, and I truly honor and respect the fact that you are here, particularly Trisha, who it's like 3 a.m. right now. Good God, girl. Love your commitment and dedication. See, Trisha decided that she was going to make it non-negotiable. So thank you so much for spending this time with me. You can always reach out to me in an email if you have questions. I will be sending out an email with these links in them with the replay of this. So you can actually replay this over and over and over to find out what you need to take action on right now. But whatever you do, please promise me that you will take something from this presentation and you will take action on it, and that you will find somebody that you can work with to help you to fast track your progress. Please promise me that, because I really want to see you succeed. I honestly, truly want to see you succeed and build wealth so you can help change the world. So I love you loads. It is midday here. I'm going to go and have some lunch. And just know that you are infinitely powerful. Yes, embody that. I'll see you again in another training. I'm going to stop my share. So there I am. So I will see you in another training, or hopefully on one of my courses in the near future. Until next time, take care. Bye, everyone.